那个，我一直以为是画着玩的，然后后来是谁说是原版？好了，逼晕打兰博，是不是草图了一个嘛？对呀，就是草图了一个呀。
Stay calm and collected. We know he can do it. He's shown it. He has a very mean bit of gaming here in this matchup. Just needs to bring it to the table, get it to shine once again. Just for 2 games. I mean, just 2 games. And then
漫画我也很多年不看了。
Well, I guess Maru.
Oh wait, yeah, Maru. Oh my goodness.
Maru lost.
又是这招啊，逼晕。两逼。
Still flabbergasted. Still really cool. Max Bax is doing so well recently. It's very nice to see.
什么叫我不了解的剧情上不了解的就大放厥词是什么？不是这个东西仁者见仁，智者见智的，对不对？我不喜欢原版这个画风，我就喜欢看后来的这个一拳超人那个。那每个人都有自己喜好的呀，对不对嘛？
我也不喜欢原版那个画风。
我不喜欢这个画风，我自己有自己喜好，那都不行吗？我就一定要看哦？就你喜欢看原版，我就一定要喜欢看原版吗？不是这样的呀。
说的没错，黄哥，
对不对嘛？就网上还有人喜欢看《博人传》的，你怎么不去说他们呢？
《博人传》我觉得应该看的人不会那么多吧？
那这总肯定有人喜欢的呢，我靠！
哎，那黄哥
每个人喜好不一样的呀。
原版还黄哥，你看过猎人吗？
啊？
你看猎人吗？
我不看。
猎人
孙哥，猎人你喜欢原版还是重制版？
妈的，我喜欢重制版呀，因为重制版有蚂蚁篇啊。原版虽然画的比较精致，就画的比较就怎么说呢，都画到了细节，但是没有蚂蚁篇啊。
倒也是。
compute that and be like, oh, I don't want to have to deal with thinking about this, even if it's not actually. Let's talk about the after effects as well, right? Because that's probably in his mind. Because now if he's gonna adjust to this new range, then and it gets taken out.
主持人过来搞，这个是搞不到东西的，主要其实就是你30人之后的运营。
逼运也是直接转了一个 VF 嘛，他也改套路了。最近他这个两兵营好像不走机枪了，跟马入一样的 VF 3GD，对吧？改了一下套路。
He has had periods of time where he has looked brilliant in macro games as well. It's been, I think, one of his more consistently good matchups.
他也会走机枪，他的战术是可能根据对手和地图变的。
哎，也有可能。就不给我出来包一下，包不了啊！这个图跳的地方还挺多的。
Cyril's still dominant. Cyril this year has still been not losing. But that was even back further back in 2019 when he was the best in the world.
我看没看过 Jump， 就那个少年 Jump 啊，我没看过。那个不是杂志吗？那是日本的一个漫画杂志连载的呀，就是你很多的那个漫画不是都连载在上面的吗？
Got a drone, got again a few more drones out of Lambo than Berserk usually wants to if they were just playing a straight up defensive style.
黄哥，你看什么漫画的？
我看什么龙珠啊，就以前的呀，圣斗士啊，就以前最早的那批漫画我都看过，什么乱马1/2，这些福星小子、阿拉蕾。什么风那个叫什么风魔传什么这些，我看这个的呀，足球小将、灌篮高手，
都是其实挺早的漫画了。
对，风魔小次郎， 悠游白书，
悠游白书还是蛮经典的。
宝哥还有一个也很经典，
什么？
这
高达是吧？
这部动画不是《森林好小子》，
这动画吧，漫画没有。
这个也很好看，
这动画呀。那我还觉得动画还是福星小子好看。妈，从小就梦想有一个拉姆跟着我，爽的一逼。
Really, you want to wait for those timings before you commit to a massive attack, unless Lambo is like.
好，双方经过第一波接触之后，就开始各自运营了。Lambo 这个时间点其实军团就铺的并不是很快啊。实况
这个 timing， 哎呦，实况要掉啊，这样还可以炸起来的。毒爆没用，毒爆没用，要被炸起来，要等一下狗，要等狗，还是掉了。他在炸吗？有炸吗？没炸装。
可以走了，
差不多了。
Nice little delay.
Yeah, picking off whatever you can there as well. With the little firepower he had left before the banelings got too close.
继续压，还投主矿，投主矿了。
And he's gaining more value. Look at that. Lambo, however, he is
就可以继续压，我觉得没必要去投主矿，就压在这个点上。Lambo 这个扩张很狂野啊，把5矿都开了，4矿5矿一起开。
点毒爆，来！哎呀，点不动了，
差不多，
点不动了。啊，必须拉2线就好了呀。
这个2线的确比较好拉一点。
我最后看的一部漫画，好好看的是那个，就是那个就是什么那个就没画完的那个狗逼又烂尾了。就是什么宫本武藏和那个什么佐佐木小次郎的那个，那个叫什么来着？还有彩色版的。狗逼你妈画着画着就烂尾了。
哦，你说的是不是那个灌篮高手？
浪客行，对，就浪客行，他妈的灌篮高手那个狗逼画一半就跑路了。
Lambo really doesn't have any vision to work with. And then backs right on up.
气的一逼。2线拉啊！哎呦，肚子有点痛，拉个屎。
井上雄彦就是这个狗逼画的。一攻一防好了之后，看 Lambo 吧。Lambo 现在这个军团真的扑不出去啊，这基本功差好多。你这个军团那么慢的话，你待会儿正面根本就挡不住啊。
My third and my fourth are now up, so.
Which is pretty smart to do as well, right? Just getting that money back. So it's even less of an investment.
哎呦，能不能直接把这个口撞开，直接狗进去？但兵已经回来了。有这波农民肯定要死很多啊！啊，还在杀，还在杀。第二波狗也绕出去了。这个兵被节奏打乱了，兵自己也在搞事。这Lambo没想到的，这边还有2团兵，强点基地，感觉能点掉，强行点应该能点掉。这样的话，我觉得碧云也没有怎么亏啊，这个局面。死了波农民，但是打了领边矿。
Is going to be able to slow down Lambo at least a little bit, and he was able to pick up that medevac, get the units out. So, not the worst in the world. You see there, the units lost. Like Lambo loses a lot of his army.
Lambo 他妈有点难打了，现在。对于2攻2防蛮好了，继续的双线。哎，没防守，这位置没防守，我靠！ 好了，你上面管着，你下面呢？
Military power that he has right now is it's his greatest tool up until he has his economy reset up. Just like this. That's actually okay. You got to run back those Zerglings here. He's busy with another drop happening at the same time.
一个3线走。
Beyond multi-pronged harassment, starting to kick into higher gear here.
Lambo 压力非常的大，他管的地方有点多。
At different bases, trying to be annoying. Ooh, a little bit of a miss rally there. But
run away.
I think.
Oh no, there's another queen there, right? There must be. Oh, there's still 2 medevacs. They survived. Okay. Whew. Close call.
I think what's really like gonna be tough here for
Lambo 最大的问题还是这个军团太慢了。真的就是，当然军团改过也是一个原因啊，但他自己现在基本功真的不行。
Soon enough that it's really gonna matter while he's still like working with this mainly by army, but he's getting close to maxed out. Just has to be careful here. There's just not a lot of, and it's this Beyond style where there's like no splash damage. He's only just now added in Widow Mines, and we're like 12 minutes into this game.
Yeah. There's as much Vipers as there is splash damage here available almost for Beyond.
这个位置架着就等于是要让 Lambo 来冲你，不然的话你这个矿开不起来，你这矿踩不了了。要包，我感觉要包。
I think Beyond here, he's surrounding the surround, but needs to be careful.
哎，谁包谁？走3船兵，走。他妈的，这感觉。碧晕的这个，就这个时候200人口的操作真的不行，他就适合这种小规模的作战，然后去细节上占你便宜。他妈这一波打下来 ，Lambo 把人口瞬间领先30。你们看过物语系列没有？我没有看过，我看的都是热血漫画，好吧？漫画和动画我都只看热血的。妈的，如果说这种漫画、动画不热血，就完全没看头，好不好？
确实，以前的漫画还是很热血的，然后感觉到了2000年，特别是10年后，就流行那种黑生产漫画，就搞得很深刻、很黑暗那种。我感觉还是
中二老逼，中二一点没什么不好的呀。
感觉还是以前80、90年代那种热血好。
对。先把基地撞了，先把基地搞了，妈的！现在都是异世界，一点意思都没有。
Yeah,
but it really does feel like he needs to get a more consistent answer to this massive amount of Ling Bane that Lambo is producing. Like
Lambo's struggling to remix now, though. It looks like he's trying to do a transition.
我现在其实漫画也看的不多，说真的，就是很难去接受这种新的漫画，除非刚好你看到比较高潮的部分，然后你会去追一下这个漫画，不然的话你不会去看的。动画也一样。
The fact that he's able to stop Lambo from getting the space for so long is really
annoying. 这种连2个其实也没什么意义。
It would be such a massive benefit because Beyond is also on 5 bases right now, and a Terran at an even base count is just going to be so much stronger because of the mule.
地次要等射程好了才会稍微有用一点，没有射程的地次是没有意义的。
Both players right now at 3-3, as you said, lurkers are now out. Beyond has already started working on ghosts. I wouldn't mind seeing like.
毁灭还可以，说实话，毁灭还可以。
Like going up to 3-4 factories to add on siege tanks and widow mines, or siege tanks and hellbats. Wait, I'm so glad Snoopy just pointed that out. I didn't realize that was 7.
That is 7, yeah. 7 command centers. He's like, I just need to make sure I have scans available at all points in time, so I can deal with these lurkers. Which makes sense. It makes a lot of sense. You know, if you run out of scans, sometimes it can lose you the game. Actually, it can actually lose you the game.
有了这个射程之后，第一次就完全是2个兵种了，要直接破3矿啊！哎，家里面被投。基地应该被抢点了。哎 ，EMP 走了呀！你既然都已经这样了，走不打吗？哎，毒爆撞呀！毒爆在干嘛？哎，他毒爆不也撞掉，应该撞掉了吧？撞掉了，但撞掉也没用啊！别人他妈基地在那边等好的。第一次得去干活，第一次不干活的话，你靠狗毒爆消耗，你是有损失的。对，第一次去打行星要塞是没有任何损失的。
And this double drop is still just being so annoying. I mean, it killed the hatchery, and now Lambo is kind of on 4-ish bases. He hasn't really established that fifth, or the 5th is established, so yeah, is on 5 bases, but he doesn't have a 6th.
Yeah, he's struggling here.
我在想，他妈那个就一拳超人里面最后那个地表最强的男人，那个 King。最后怎么样？他会不会真的成为地表最强的男人？还是说每天你妈就在那边妈的浑水摸鱼？
这个 King 不是有你的绝学吗，孙哥？虚张声势。
对啊。
搞得一逼。
我是觉得应该让他变。我如果是漫画作者的话，我绝对会让他变强的。哎，这怎么回事？一个地址卡住什么？好，双线拉坦克呀！他你妈的拉过来打了不就好了吗？
Not a lot of workers went down. Production really wasn't camped that hard, and he didn't let Lambo get into that base. He actually was able to hold Lambo back.
我觉得那个作者不可能让 King 一直当小丑的，他肯定会有一个机遇，一下子的变得跟奇遇一样强。最后的 BOSS 决战就是你妈 King vs 奇遇。然后妈的打完之后，奇遇妈的就觉得终于打了一场惊天地泣鬼神的这种战斗，满足了。
可以啊，孙哥，我感觉你也可以去画漫画了。你有没有小时候想当过漫画家？
我没有想过，好吧，画画太差，没想过。
I mean, 3 more as well. Why not? Just more and more command centers.
Make
you never have too many.
Yeah. Imagine if he makes them all planetaries as well. It's like you try and come kill me here, sir.
Run your banelings into me this time.
Yes.
See what happens.
See what happens.
But I mean, right now,
这一场还是要再打一段时间。马克斯有的打了这2个人。
Change it to change something up. I think adding liberators in is.
因为反正他是打到现在这个阶段，他已经没有任何的进攻手段，他现在就是马克斯就躺下，你来冲我吧，对吧？你到时候你冲亏了，我再跟你干。没有任何的一个进攻手段，对于碧云来说。
It's just not a fight you want to take. The greater spire is coming up. I think that is
无证
giving them
骑士
some tools to start combating this.
无证骑士其实也挺强的。
Because if you just try to blow this up all with banelings over and over again,
那些英雄，那些 S 级英雄里面，我觉得那个闪光那个什么 Flash 是吧？那个叫。这个应该是有实力的，这哥们龙卷是有实力的，爆破呢还有点实力，其他我感觉好像实力都不是很强的样子啊。那个拿刀那哥们也有实力，就排第4名那哥们。
原子武士
啊，原子武士，对对。
勋哥，你这是最近看的吗？怎么都能记得那么清楚，津津乐道？
不，我一直都看的这个。
Again, the knight's going to be denied. Nuke is on the way. 19 ghosts here for Beyond.
警犬侠，我觉得算了吧，好吧。妈个鸡，他这个体型就不可能打这种很大型的这种怪人。
Yeah, we're just gonna have to wait. Well, he's gonna have to sacrifice some units here, right? Because he is full supply. Oh wait, that's 8. Is that 8 Brood Lords morphing in? It must be.
斑骨已经不退出了吗？已经。
No, okay. Those icons are very similar.
I mean,
the
I
morphing
like it a lot,
icon.
though.
How good are you at identifying the morphing eggs?
Oh, it's horrible.
Yeah.
I can tell a lurker from a baneling from a ravager.
Yeah.
我他妈又卡住了，我靠！
Yeah.
Especially on the production tab, it's so.
好不稳定啊，今天。
I like what Lambo did here. I mean, a little bit of a supply.
还有是黄哥在推的。
A few more units out for when this big fight does end up happening.
他妈那个蜈蚣长老不是你妈不是奇遇，你妈的谁能干得过蜈蚣长老？你告诉我。妈体型那么大。
Overseer is going to end up falling. I don't know if these ghosts have cloak or anything really to help them as Baling's rolling on in. Ghosts need to back on up. Hellbat's being brought forward to try and tank up as much damage as they can. More and more Baling's rolling on through. Not really finding good connections though. The Broodlord's not able to push. Baling's there.
Yeah.
Not really as much of a army to help tank up.
哎，大龙感染，这也是 Lambo 没有办法的这样的一个选择了，真的没办法。怎么办吧？这他妈的人猪就在家里面当乌龟，缩在家里面动都不动，打不开局面。现在。
孙哥，你喜欢看打这种战斗番？我之前看了一个还不错的，要不推荐给你。
你说看。
没什么铺垫，就是干。叫
说呀。
那个全院阿修罗，看过没有？
全院阿修没看过，肯定没看过。
那个还可以，我觉得那个上来就是直接打。我等等可以发你看看。
OK。
Well, Lambo's bank is pretty nice.
I mean, yeah.
我看过99啊，我看过。我就看过5部，99之后就没看过了。
This is pure late game, and I like that Beyond is slowly switching over into the mech. He's working on advanced ballistics to get liberators, smart servos for these Hellbats and Thors. So he is making the conscious decision to switch over into Ghost Mech, which is just, you know, a better turtle composition than bio. Like the bio does kind of outlast its welcome once you can stop being active on the map.
那虫族是真的没办法。现在你看这种局面，就是 Lambo 找不到下口的地方。那兵也是做了一些调整，比如他现在在自己的主矿这边画一个圈，这样的话你空投也没用。他第一时间能够预判，就能够看到有预警。他妈警方拉过来，没几个腐化啊，下面有刺蛇。build 又是各种 build。因为现在雷神不够啊，他很尴尬，雷神不够，就3个雷神，3个雷神你要打11个吧，10个的这个大龙是有点难打的。他再续2个雷神就直接可以 A 了 ，A 的同时，然后后面滚进去。他妈这里的矿不停在被拆。这个 Lambo 如果正面打不过的话就很伤。好，先把基地打了。
This is not a big commitment for Beyond. He's getting so much damage with it. Like, what? Oh my god, it's still there. Yeah, the 2 Hellbats, Marauders, and Ghost. I mean, it is. You gotta send something real here to deal with it, right? You can't just send a bunch of Zerglings and hope it's gonna be okay.
Lambo 这报了5000钱5000气，但他不知道出什么，现在就很迷茫。这种迷茫，我相信任何一个虫族都是有的。
Oh, I mean, 3 hatcheries going down. Lambo's production is going to be severely crippled now. It's kind of a similar issue to what we saw against Maru in Game 2, where his queens, he didn't have any queens left. He had no injects, and once he ran out of hatcheries, then there was really nothing to do. Is here we go. Finally, Lambo going to commit on in, but those Hellbats are just roasting everything, and without any detection, the Ghosts are going to try and do their best. But never mind.
哎呦，有个眼虫的呀，你隐形有什么用嘛？这波吃的还可以。好了，继续把矿开起来，现在就是耗呀，消耗。
It did all right. Managed the job quite well. Very worth it. Some Widow Mines here making life more miserable for Lambo at the moment, who's stuck on 32 workers. Beyond here onto 41. Of course, I mean, he has mules out of how many was it?
12点钟的分矿，我认为 Lambo 应该继续打，不能让碧云把12点钟分矿给踩起来。碧云其实12点钟分矿如果被打光的话，他也没什么钱的。
Which is terrifying because look at this army. He doesn't need any more. He does not need
妈的
any more.
Lambo 自己的矿怎么守那么差？这样的话你就去换家呀！我靠，别人4个雷神在外面。不，对面就几个2个雷神，那你大龙这种机动性那么差，你飞过去别人走了你怎么办？好了，雷达撒过了，走了呀。这他妈的这有什么好啊？碧云还要上吗？那你妈！我人傻了。这种不是雷达照到了吗？就走了呀。也行吧，拆了片矿。
And well, Bjorn's taken those 2 bases that I thought just not bases he should be allowed to take. And there's no mining just quite yet on the bottom one, but actually he's moving that base away now. So maybe there's something burrowed underneath actually. You know how you waypoint your command centers sometimes, and then if one is still in the air, it just starts floating? I think that's what happens here.
Lambo 天空的这个攻防等级有点低啊，只有1攻，他没有继续升，他现在没钱了。Lambo 这样打还是要输。大后期其实 Lambo 打的并不是很好，他其实有很多的矿都没踩的，他至少有3片矿都没踩。
I mean, it might just be the game as this is an amazing little combo here to knock down these liberators.
定家屋
，those are all going to pop.
哎呦，这个定家屋！
我操，他们2个什么第一把就这样啊？
是的呀，我他妈看的都好困啊！我靠！
为什么会第一把打成这样嘛？我有点拉肚子，我有点不知道为什么。
Yeah, the other half of his army isn't here. I don't know
why
he has army split right now. I feel like he could take this fight. But I mean, killing hatcheries isn't important. Lambo doesn't have any money. You need to kill the army, Beyond.
Well, he's gonna try to go for a little bit of a base racy situation. To be fair, he still has a lot of infrastructure.
碧云正面是不是有点扛不住了？Ghost 好像能量也不是很多。他叫第4这趴 ，Ghost 不够了吧？
这是最后一波了，对于 Lambo 来说。好像冰也没有，
冰但是有收入，外面还有兵。
对
，Lambo 要被耗死了，要被耗死了，要被慢慢耗死。
Maybe better, but maybe he also just thinks that he can't beat this army with what he has, and so he's trying to counterattack. I don't know. Oh, Fungal Growth on the Ghosts.
刚说要被耗死，定了2把。
2把没用啊，打不死啊。打不死，打不死，没杀几个。因为还有1000块钱，1000的气啊。
He has to. He still has a fair amount of army supply. It's a couple of Thors, the Ghosts, the Hellbats there as well. I mean, it's very much capable of dealing
damage. There's no Overseer! There's no Overseer!
没了。
Oh, Lambo!
没了，狙光了。输了，GG了。Ghost 回好能量回来就把他狙了。 那种80年代、70年代
历
那种国际。
这你妈，对，就叫历经国际，对的。反正下面就是世纪城的一个地铁站，这位置可以说是非常非常屌的一个位置。
Bottom right side, the Red Terran, Shopify Rebellion, begun. They're teammates. They are teammates. I wanted to change my position in my chair, but you know what? We'll just do it this way. So you guys hear the squeakiness, the squeaky chair. It happens.
Squeak, squeak,
squeak, squeak. Yeah.
还是一样的，逼晕永远都是个独口开的开局。
他永远都是两兵营开，基本上。
对。
这盘。好像没有两兵，他就独口开，这盘就是独口开，没有两兵。
老公房，上海就是那种很老的那种小区的那种房子，也没有电梯的，然后就是走上去的那种，是不是嘛？
啊，这样的两兵营啊，老公房嘛就是对啊，就是这种嘛，
就是没有电梯的那种，
就是那种老小区，然后大概六七层楼的那种。
啊，对。
对不对嘛？老小区6层楼的，其实这种老小区住的是蛮舒服的。你住在这种3楼左右，3楼是最舒服的，就是也不用爬很多楼梯。那住在5、6楼才是真的有点痛苦，每天妈下去上来，我靠，很累的。
对。
Maybe Lambo's gonna run into it and we'll be like, oh, I guess it was horrible. We'll just have to wait and see.
Yeah, we're on to Neo Humanity, which is a map that we haven't seen really today at all. But
现在的装，对，现在他们是在外面装了一个电梯，以前是没有的嘛，以前。
一般这种房子都是80、90年代的这种房子，基本上。
然后以前住那个地方就是进去就一个房间，然后我们就买了几个床垫，往上面往地下一放，就当可以睡觉的地方就好了。
哎，没有招下去是什么东西啊？
失误了。
今天最后要看你妈的晕打马路了 ，TVT 了，我靠！他们两个别再整个1、2个钟头。
Just be so cool to have Lambo here having a good run into the playoffs. It would be such a cool story. But then again, Beyond is also pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie. We got a lot of people that do tune in just for Beyond a lot of the time, so maybe that would be better for viewership. I don't know, but
it's like a battle of the fan favorites, you know?
Yeah. That's true, actually. I don't get to cast.
先打个房子。
A lot of Lambo fans.
房子肯定掉了呀。
好像也没侦查到东西啊。
Right? What do you mean, Kozan? You're the #1 Lambo supporter. What do you mean? They all know about you.
I highly doubt it. But yeah, it's
like how I was the bunny guy for a while.
Wait, I could just ask the chat right now. We do have quite a bit of people talking at the moment. It seems like more people making the Afreeca TV accounts. Are there a lot of regular Lambo stream watchers here right now?
Any Lamboers in chat? Any Lambers?
基本上这把
的好凶啊！
直接来，
everything that happens in capture.
打个房子走。
Yes, Overlord dies. But I mean, this is really interesting.
这妈的很烦啊！这房子被打的真的烦。
Gets 2 Overlords to supply block Lambo. Like what?
There we go. Okay,
that's not really supposed to happen.
All right, nice. We got the Lambo support for sure. All right, so you know what? His fan side, they would like to see a game number 3 at least, I imagine. Just got to stop losing those Overlords here, and he's got it. I mean, his drunk out's looking strong. He's got the Queens here in position.
这个狗就是防止避晕的一个4兵营的狗。他一定要抱这波狗，他不抱这波狗的话，这个很容易被一波打死。
对。
A lot of links he's making here. He could very well just grab all these Marines up right now as soon as that speed finishes. I think he has more than enough.
看到那么多狗，那啊，这还要上吗？
没狗速呀！
他觉得你没有狗速，
没有狗速啊！我有盾牌
哎，
呀，
抹进去
打死了，
抹进去了。
就不打死也脱层皮吧？就这个狗损失有点大了。但是说实话，冰云抹进去有点过了，抹进去有点过了啊！他抹进去有点过了，21个江花也不赚呐，也不赚呐，他这样抹进去也不赚呀，而且但是他这个开局很亏，这样的话，看起来好像杀了很多狗，最后一看才杀43条狗，不赚，那20几个机枪不赚。大局上人族是亏的，因为他这个开局这波打不伤虫族就是亏。
Or if Bjorn was just a few seconds later in that base, but no, sir, he's there. He knows those timings or something.
Also, I'm gonna say this goes in that wall has not grown on me.
转虫卵，但是作用不大吧？这波虫卵转的。
I don't like it.
这个时间点其实虫卵还好。这两团兵看又被看到了。现在冰云就开始跟他互穷吧。出坦克，然后慢慢待我慢慢架。Lambo 的这个扩张有点太快了，冰云必须要找机会把他这个5矿基地先搞一次，不然的话这个打不了。开始互穷啊，开始互穷。走了，感觉很敏锐啊，这个真的是感觉非常的敏锐。
Gun really hasn't been able to slow Lambo down at all. These hatcheries are going to go up. These Marines are still trying to press, but that tank is so far back so that the Queens can't actually fire at it.
现在各种占你的小便宜。5爆速度好了就得去找机会把这波包了，加这个地方烦的一逼。
Kind of just like a tense point in this game where we're waiting to see who's going to make that first move.
要包了，要包了。
Yeah, the tank still sieged up Queens. Ooh, well there go the creep tombs. That sign.
有了呀，坦克一收。
炸毒爆嘛？
坦克其实第一时间收其实是能走的。
没想走，他换了波土爆，2线开始拉节奏。感觉拉不到什么东西，
拉不到军台那么好，怎么拉到？
家里面这2团兵可能会搞得点东西吧。装了走。
又被截了。2线送兵，这把。Lambo 这个感觉部队按的非常的多啊，一直在按狗族吧，119条狗。哎，兵，
他去卡位置去了，他要去。
I wonder what those liberators are going to do is beyond here.
这个反应还行，装了走吧。有坦克，好阴这个坦克。
他就是这样的，永远都坦克站在很后面。
I don't know. It's like an awkward position now. I do like this tank spot here for Beyond. Is going to be very annoying for Lambo to deal with this. Can just pick on up once. Yep. He feels like the time is right. Has a group of Marines back there with the tanks, but that's a lot of Zerglings.
哇靠！强行冲
I mean, this is the bonus of Lambo going up to 100 plus Zerglings.
Yeah, it helps with those types of places. Just getting Zerglings absolutely everywhere, and then as long as you get the surround, yeah, there you go. You'll clean up anything tearing there.
妈，你说这种运输器上面，对吧？我不说这种游戏啊，这种现实的话，就架个他妈架杆机枪在那边，我靠，这下面毒爆狗不得都得死。架2把加特林，我靠。
Having them is one thing, you know, but just moving them around in these groups absolutely everywhere continuously.
因为不好打了，现在。
I mean, yeah, it's just like Lambo. It feels like he's in such a good.
我没看过 CG， 我看过的呀 CG， 我看过干嘛
？Down, he's up 30 supply. Nice focus fire there onto a Baneling. Yeah.
There's a couple more Banelings here. This might be a couple of hatchery. This might, yeah, it could be the hatchery in its own. Yeah. Okay, Beyond making some headway once again.
现在打掉一个矿机不能解决根本性的问题，根本性的问题就是逼晕的正面实在太软了。狗毒爆一冲就散了。
The drones on the other hand does want to try to save those, but cannot make it happen. And now I don't know if this is a fight you should take anymore.
Liberators being really annoying here, actually. Gonna be able to snipe down even more. 15 drones falling. Lambo is easily able to replace those and still.
15个农民也还好，对于兰博来说，现在这个农民数量已经很多了，无所谓了，杀就杀了，15农民而已。
但这张图比较小啊，比较好猥琐。
Lambo's committed so much to this Ling Bane. And now, like 12 minutes in, finally there's going to be Ultralisk on the map. But Beyond has been staying on pretty much pure Marine. Like no Widow Mines, no splash damage, no Hellbats to deal with the Zerglings. No, just Marines.
Just Marines, yeah. Yeah, and I mean with those.
拖着拖着又猥琐起来了。这个图其实比较好猥琐。
Lambo trying to shoot down Medivacs with the Queens, but it's difficult. You can't.
没有机会投啊，真的是没机会投下来。
Like Beyond, he might still be able to just run away and with all the Medivacs and run circles around you every single time.
因为已经开始慢慢猥琐起来了。这个逼你妈真的打到后面就是猥琐，关键猥琐归猥琐，猥琐到最后他也不冲，他就等着别人来冲他。
Okay, what's this position so far? That's a lot of Ultralisk coming up in the production, however.
又要乌龟对顶了是吧？
那么 Lambo 出牛的，出牛肯定要冲的，
出牛就冲到底嘛，他也不想跟你拖时间了。来了呀，冲起来了！哎呀，我现在宁愿看 TVT， 我都不想看 TVZ。就这种妈的猥琐，
真的
这种猥琐的 TVZ， 我真的我宁愿看 TVT。
要冲的话是可以，但是得有飞蛇。你不管怎么样，你还是要飞蛇找机会把坦克拉过来。
挺好看的，你偶尔看一盘是可以的，你不能盘盘都这么看的呀。盘盘这么看非常痛苦。这不是平衡组能解决的问题了，他要解决这个问题，他等于游戏的机制很多东西都要改了。对吧？他要大改一些东西。
又2个龙塔下去，准备出大龙了。
大龙感染的呀。
妈的，兰博也不打算冲了。
就是你要改变这个情况，就是你要想一些，就要想一些其他的兵种啊，就是破防守的兵种。偶尔看一盘是可以的，但是把这么看是。这是很难受的。不管输赢，对吧？都对于双方选手、观众来说都是长痛。用憋尿局很难受的。
这个也没办法。这把跟上一把其实差不多的，就要憋到个至少25分钟吧。
对。
这段时间，就这段时间基本上来说是双方不会进行怎么样一个交手，反正就是大家就憋吧，
憋到大龙感染，然后拼操作嘛。
对。
其实以前虚空之遗上来的时候已经改过一次了，他把每片矿的矿量啊是减少了很多，这样的话不能让选手就是3片矿打很久。他是想让选手尽快的扩张运营，然后打起来。你要换以前自由之翼或者虫群之心的话，这种局能给你打个2个小时，他妈矿都打不干。
主要矿太多，这倒是。
So Lambo, he could just sit back for a little bit, right? He still has a lot of growing or potential strengthening of his army to do here. I feel like.
Yeah.
He doesn't necessarily have to push in. Beyond.
冲不下来，你现在
巴拉个鸡的，
大龙也不够多，可以狙啊，这个大龙算是可以。
南博 A 了吧，短痛吧，真的。
他未必觉得他输啊，问题是。
他 A 了。
拿我一锁，我靠！
他想短痛了。
Gorgeous. Beyond needs to be careful of the ghost.
重复是真的，哎，不进去。
Just in time. And I get what Lambo wanted to do there. He wants to be aggressive. He wants to try and find some trades to really put Beyond in a terrible economic position. But he just ends up losing more. And now suddenly he doesn't have the economy.
加一个缩圈就好了，这你妈！
Massive surround as the Zerglings are waiting. Lots of ghosts.
你妈的打吃鸡呢！15分钟开始缩圈。 他妈不往中间靠就所有部队都会死是吧？
那我只能说这么说，如果是这样的话，那每把你都能掌握多少时间了？
是啊。加个岩浆你妈！ 你别说也不是，如果偶尔有一张地图，它有这个机制，其实还有点意思的。
对的，
真的就是这种机制，真的你坐在一些地图上面，玩法就完全不一样了，有些打法也不一样了。我到这张地图，我可能所有的战术布局、战略布局都不一样，因为跟这个地图有关系，对不对嘛？
没错。
偶尔搞一张地图还真的有点意思。 你他妈也先别管它平衡不平衡，先把趣味性提上去。就趣味性先提上来啊。
Move towards that 6 o'clock base, only to realize that there's like actually just nothing there. Like Beyond hasn't taken it, which is one of those moments where like on some maps.
这图永远都会被ban掉，真的吗？
不要，比赛可以强制，妈的，就第一张打这个图啊！
And you don't necessarily want to be spread out to that bottom side either when you're still trying to secure the top side as well. So.
不，主要是真的把是这种局面，真的不好看。
And I mean, we're looking at the. We're looking at the banks here for both players, and now Beyond is mining more as he mules down that 2 o'clock base. And it's so hard for Lambo to respond. He has such an immobile army that these little task force are just all around the map. They're going to be able to take down hatcheries, and Lambo can't commit his army to one side or the other, because as soon as he does that, Beyond is just going to power push the other side with that small group of units. As oh my god, great EMPs, snipes going down. There's no detectors
妈大龙感染
for Lambo.
完了，
就想退了。
我也觉得他想退，
南博这波想退了。这波大龙感染被狙了，有点想退了。
I mean, all of those overseers were on the other side of the map where the broodlords were, and again, that's just Lambo not really splitting his units correctly. Ghosts get picked up before they get picked off.
这怎么跟 Zimi 有啥关系嘛？就希望比赛打的两个人打对攻好看一点，对吧？打这种防守局，虽然选手没什么错，他为了赢比赛他这么打没什么错，但是对观众对解说来说还是挺煎熬的。
说的没错。
Bit of Zerg ensemble, if he does manage to force the fight somewhere with a good couple of fungals, it could still go his favor, but it needs to go pretty severely in his favor, and he needs to be able to quite rapidly push onto beyond space here as well. That's a lot, yeah, it's a lot of things that need to start lining up here for Lambo, but he might.
那大龙现在就是慢性死亡啊，你如果感染虫你控不到雷神的话，基本上就没有机会。
对，
胜负的关键就是波感染虫。哇靠，这 EMP， 好嘞，大龙可以平躺，那个他有多少雷神嘛？雷神呢？
雷神还在外面吧，应该有一些部队，还没有所有部队过来。我说，如果下一把 TVT， 我估计马路要野兵赢的，太晚了，晚上2点多了。对于韩国人来说，已经凌晨2点多了，
说的没错，
对吧 ？TVT 马路估计要野兵赢。
Trying to collapse on either side of Bjorn's bases, but then again, Bjorn didn't really expand as heavily as Maru did, perhaps. Bjorn did try.
韩国人不睡觉，那谁告诉你韩国人不睡觉
？Maybe that bottom base just for reasons like that, unoccupied for.
最后大龙爱满最后拼一枪，他没有别的选择，也没有其他的，就现在矿也不多。
Max Space 已经出现了，
为首不过人族。
He wants the second
Maybe that was
one.
last game.
He wants
Yeah. Maybe that was last game. I don't know. They're kind of bleeding together at this point, these games. As here we go, Broodlord's pushing forward.
韩国人真不睡觉，真。
Them is worrying. This is Lambo's army, though. This is it. This is maxed out. He is going to be out of money.
出大龙也挺难受的，被这种分两线推。你一线打赢了，你第二线的矿就被推没了，到最后还是要，而且你一个不小心，你一个不小心去看侧面的话，正面被狙也说不定。
他只能看到正面呀，就最后大龙感染飞蛇，最后打一波呀。冰晕要找一个好点的位置，然后先 EMP， 然后再打。哎 ，Ghost 会不会被撞？好像并没有。
不会。
冰晕想先拆经济回来再解决你这波部队，实际上是可以回来先解决大龙了。就站在这里，哎，大龙好像也站不太住啊，感觉。
四个雷神。
不过雷神也有点站不住。
怎么
有围巾？哎，被控了，雷神被控了。
被控。
他的 EMP 呢？没有过来解决这个感染虫吗？
雷神还没变形。
又摸了一个大龙，还有几个大龙啊？好，回来了，
没几个，
好像7、8个大龙吧？他回来狙了就完事儿了呀。没了，感染虫在死了，
有没有同化完成？
GG了，全倒。最后一波狗，兰博冲一波狗。哎，这波狗要立大功啊！感觉
火车侠
在堵着烧，我靠，一个火车侠立更大的功，这你妈烧没了，
一个火车侠够了呀，
一个火车侠一夫当关，全烧光。
他妈兰博这输的真的是
不爽的一批，
难受，这个输的。